Chinese New Year still got class.
Yeah lah, I still don't know why. Where's our friends?
I don't know, I think they went back already.
Really ah.
Yeah. See.
Hello everybody. I thought there were like 6 of you. Where's the other 4?
Well, listen. They went back for Chinese New Year holiday.
Aiyo, went back for Chinese New Year holiday. Today only 31st lah, brother.
But sir, they told me that they send you the videos regarding Iban's economic activity by Monday.
Okay lah, at least they. But I'm wondering why they don't tell me first. Okay, never mind that. At least tell me what have you all learned from last week's assignment, and then we can discuss it here and now. Is that good?
Yeah sir, but I did some research regarding economic activities for Ibans. The most important economic activity of the Iban people is the rice farming, followed by other plants such as cucumbers and corn, also keeping animals such as water buffaloes, pig and chicken. Hunting of wild pigs and deer using dog traps and nets varies from community to community, according to the region, forest condition and animal population. Almost all families keep chickens and pigs, and every longhouse has dogs. Chickens, pigs and water buffalo are used in sacrifice, and eggs are an essential ingredient of any offering. Furthermore, each village shares ritual responsibilities such as planning for setting auspicious dates, cutting, burning, planting and harvesting. Gathering wild foods, fishing and hunting have always supplemented this agriculture food activity. Fishing has provided the principal source of protein in the Iban's diet. On the last day of harvesting, farmers make an offering to the final stand of rice to ensure the soul of the rice will return to the house with them and not remain behind the grounds. That's all from me, sir. Thank you.
So I'll be talking about the issues faced by the Iban culture today. Like right now, because of development, the Iban society, they face deforestation as a huge issue, because most of the time their livelihood depends on the forests and the rivers, and during a development the rivers will become dried up, and also even if they don't get dried up, the waters will still be contaminated, and that will bring a lot of disease to the people. As most of them live in the forest, deforestation causes them to lose their own homes, and even then they might be the people of the land. They actually do not have the rights to their own land by the government, and usually during these projects in development, the government usually just gives the rights to the private companies used to develop the land. And not only that, like many other cultures around the world, like for example the Native Americans in America, they also face the problem of colonization. As the government, they usually don't acknowledge the Orang Asli here. They usually just group the Orang Asli in the same category as the Malay people. And because of that problem of deforestation, this also affects the culture of the Iban people. As the young children nowadays, most of them don't know about their traditional activities like hunting and also like weaving, as most of their livelihood is destroyed, so it's hard to pass it down to the new generation. As the Iban people that live in the forest, they do not have immediate access to like electricity. So sometimes the government, they will promise like basic infrastructure like more stable houses and electricity available all year round if the people they convert to Muslim instead of maintaining the animism culture. And because of that, the culture is slowly dying. even though the government is right now they're slowly trying to improve and even acknowledging the existence of the people, it still goes a long way to repair the damage done.
So you mean this is called cultural destabilization?
Yes.
Feels bad for them.
Yeah, it's quite sad actually. They have really amazing culture.
Yeah. So that's all from you all? Good.
Today is the last day of your assignment, but unfortunately for your group, where are those 4 people? I do not know.
But tell them one thing, if they don't send their assignment to me by Sunday, I'm going to potong them.
Okay.
You understand?
We
Yes,
will make sure they send.
Yeah.
Alright. See you all next time maybe, and Happy New Year.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have fun
Okay.
and get a lot of power.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A few moments later.
Wah, siapa budak ni call 4 AM in the morning? Orang nak tidur woi.
Hi sir, sorry, the 4 of us couldn't attend the last lecture as we headed back to our hometown for the Chinese New Year holidays. So now I'm going to be talking about Iban agriculture. Iban have traditionally been rice farmers who used slash and burn methods on hills and slopes. Because of uncertainties of growing rice in Borneo, dozens of varieties are planted. A special sacred path is set aside as a gift to an ancestor or spirit, and the cultivating cycle is accompanied by numerous rituals to ensure a good harvest. The rice crop is planted and harvested by a single community at the same time to reduce the likelihood that a single family will have their fields damaged by pests. Moreover, different Iban communities have different cropping fallow patterns. Many Iban cultivate food and collect plants from managed forest plots such as several varieties of ferns, bamboo shoots, and hearts and pits from numerous palms. Finally, the Iban have problems with birds raiding their fields. To address this setup rattles and noise makers in the fields that have strings attached to them that run to a small hut. When birds appear, someone pulls on the string which sets up the noisemakers that shoo away the birds, more like a scarecrow. With fertilizers and pesticides, Iban really rely less on traditional methods and rituals than they used to be.
Grow food crops such as cassava, pumpkins and vegetables. They even raise cash crops like pepper and cacao and collect fruit from trees. Fishing is done with traps, nets, lines and hooks. Wild pigs, deer and other animals are hunted with dogs, traps and nets. Almost all families keep pigs and chickens. Every longhouse has dogs. Chickens, pigs and water buffalo are raised for sacrifices.
Now I would like to talk about Iban longhouse. The Iban have traditionally lived in longhouses. They are like villages under one roof. They can range in size from 4 families with 25 residents to 80 families with 500 residents. In the center of the house is a common roof, which the rooms of the house radiate, sort of like a side street of the main square. Longhouses made sense in the old days because they were easier to defend, rather than dwelling and spread out all over the place. Iban longhouses have a large open deck in front, a wide enclosed veranda with doors leading to the individual rooms. The long veranda has traditionally been the center of the traditional social life. It is where old people gather in the evening to chat, weave rattan baskets, repair fishing nets, and relax while the children watch television. Longhouses are constructed with their front to the water, preferably facing east. The quality of the construction often varies from group to group and even from house to house. High quality ones are soundly built and have polished hardwood floors. Lower quality ones have walls and floors made of flimsy split bamboos. The average width of a family unit is 3.5 meters, but the distance from the front to the back can vary greatly. The residents eat, sleep and store their heirlooms in the apartments. They sleep on straw mat floors in one room and eat around an open cooking fire in another.
The Iban tribe have traditionally been more egalitarian than other Bornean groups. whose members are divided into aristocrats, commoners, and slaves. Iban political positions as headmen, regional chiefs, and paramount chief were introduced by the British in the 19th century for administrative purposes and helped suppress hate hunting. The Iban are also taught from an early age to avoid conflict. Children are told that guardian spirits are always watching them to make sure that they behave correctly. One of the main duties of a headman is to arbitrate over disputes. The Iban can be a proud and stubborn people, and complaints break out over property, sexual impropriety, and perceived insults. In the old days, these matters were sometimes solved through hate hunting. The Iban have traditionally had a fierce rivalry with the Kaya people. The traditional Iban legal system is based on paying fines in traded goods such as brassware, ceramics, and more recently outboard motors, firearms, and money. Young people who traveled and acquired these items were greatly esteemed.
Thank you very much.
Hope you all enjoyed our coverage for the past 4 weeks about Iban culture. Thank you. Bye.
Next time I'm setting a rule, whoever calls 4 AM in the morning, I'm gonna potong maka. I'm gonna potong double, man.